Michael, how are you, guy?
Lawrence, I found something really interesting.
Great, Michael. Whenever you find something interesting,
We all tend to make money. What stock are you valuing?
No stocks. I want to short the housing market.
really? But the housing market is rock solid.
Solid. Greenspan just said, bubbles are regional, defaults are rare. Tell them I'll be there.
In a minute. Say again?
Look, Greenspan's wrong.
I don't think you mean to do this, but sometimes you sound very
Dismissive and superior.
superior.
It's a fact. Greenspan's wrong. I don't know how else you want to.
Look, Michael, Metro Capital,
Back to 4 years ago when you were a doctor with a
dinky web page and some.
inheritance money. We've all done very well.
Why don't you just stick with stocks?
You know me. I look
For value wherever it can be found. And the fact is that these mortgage-backed securities are filled
with extremely risky subprime adjustable rate loans, and when the majority of the adjustable rates kick in 07, they will be.
begin to fail. And if they fail above 15%, the whole bond is worthless.
Michael, just take a beat. We'll talk about this later. okay?
Lawrence, please don't patronize me. If it, this,
Mortgage-backed securities,
it's
subprime loans, tranches. It's pretty confusing, right? Does it make you feel bored or stupid? Well, it's supposed to. Wall Street loves to use confusing terms to make you think only they can do what they do. Or even better, for you just to leave them the fuck alone. So here's Margot Robbie in a bubble bath to explain.
Basically, Louis Rainieri's mortgage bonds were amazingly profitable for the big banks. They made billions and billions on their 2% fee they got for selling each of these bonds. But then they started running out of mortgages to put in them. After all, there are only so many homes and so many people with good enough jobs to buy them, right? So the banks started filling these bonds with riskier and riskier mortgages. Thank you, Banjo. That way, they can keep that profit machine churning, right? By the way, these risky mortgages are called subprime. So whenever you hear subprime, think shit. Our friend Michael Burry found out that these mortgage bonds that were supposedly 65% AAA were actually just mostly full of shit. So now he's going to short the bonds, which means to bet against. Got it? Okay. Now fuck off.
it's only a matter of time before someone else sees this investment. We have to act now.
How do you know the bonds are worthless? Aren't they filled with fucking thousands of...
Pages of mortgages?
I read them.
You read them?
Yes.
No one reads them. Only the lawyers who put them together read them.
I don't think that they even know what they've made. The housing market is propped up on these bad loans. It's a time bomb, and I want to short it.
Through what instrument, Michael? There are no insurance contracts or options for mortgage bonds. The bonds are too stable.
Lawrence, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to get a bank to make me one. And then I'm going to buy it. I want to buy swaps on mortgage bonds, credit default swap that will pay off if the underlying bond fails.
You want to bet against the housing market?
Why? Those bonds only fail if millions of Americans don't pay their mortgages. That's never happened in history. If you'll excuse me, Dr. Berry, it seems like a foolish investment.
Well, based on prevailing sentiment of the market, banks, and popular culture, yes, it's a foolish investment, but everyone's wrong.
That's a good one.
This is Wall Street, Dr. Burry. If you offer us free money, we are going to take it.
My one concern is that when the bonds fail, I want to be certain of payment in case of solvency issue with the bank.
I'm sorry, are you for real? You want to bet against the housing market, and you're worried we won't pay you.
Yes, that's correct.
Dr. Berry, we could work out a pay-as-we-go structure that would pay out if the bonds fail, but it would also apply to your payments if the value of the mortgage bond goes up. You'd have to pay us monthly premiums.
Is that acceptable, Dr. Berry?
Yes, yes. I have prospectuses on 6 mortgage-backed securities all unsure.
Dr. Berry, these should be fine.
Yeah, we're prepared to sell you $5 million in credit default swaps on these mortgage bonds.
Can we make it 100 million?
Absolutely, we can make it 100 million.